Welcome back to 20SomethingsTV, the show by 20-somethings for 20-somethings on 20-somethings. And if you're wondering, wait a second, that's not Christian Owen. That's a shorter, thicker, but equally as handsome young man. You're right. I'm filling in for Christian because he is currently on the moon. Today we have 3 topics, all of which are very fun, except for the last one. Trigger warning to anyone with sensitivities to violence, murder, previous football players, or I'm of course joined here, I'm John Dean, if you don't know, if you're not one of our 7 weekly viewers. And I am joined here with Garrett.
Hi, I'm Garrett.
Keith, he's a new student, and Lainey. And that's all I'm going to say about them. Our first topic is CinemaCon, which happened last week. If you're not aware of CinemaCon, they just show trailers.
If you're not
Here's
aware,
a trailer from CinemaCon. It's Mad Max Furiosa.
She's from a place of abundance. This is our destiny.
My childhood, my mother, I want them back. I want them back.
What did you guys think of that trailer? Have any of you seen the full thing?
the full trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it earlier when I was told I was talking about Furiosa.
Have you seen Mad Max before?
I've seen Fury Road, but I haven't seen any of the others. And I think the trailer seems like it's one of those movies that, like, the visual effects aren't necessarily the best, but they're, like, super creative and they're super fun, and that's, at least to me, what matters more. And I think if the movie's able to really lean into that kind of fun, like, apocalyptic, violent vibe, then I think it could be really a successful movie, almost as successful as the last one.
What do you guys think?
Who goes to this CinemaCon? Like, would you go to a conference or
Absolutely
a place just to
not.
watch trailers?
Yes.
I would wait
Why?
a couple
Yeah.
days.
Because I want to be one of those girls that's like can brag and be like, you know what? I watched that and you haven't. So
The
1
trailer,
point
though.
to Lainey, 0 to Keith.
I'm concerned you need a more exciting life.
What?
Why wouldn't you just wait for the movie to come
Because
out and go to the movie?
I'm
or go
also
to a film festival and watch a movie and not watch the trailer.
Well, they're not out yet. It's because it's the
right.
trailer.
Can't you just wait?
No. I'm an impatient person.
I also
You need to work on it.
I also think a lot of it is for journalists. Like
Okay.
you're supposed to go as a journalist discussing film or whatever, and
Okay.
like be like, oh, this new trailer was shown at CinemaCon, and they have a bunch of news
What
to
else
report and
happens
get
at
your clicks.
CinemaCon?
A bunch of nerds don't shower.
Sounds like you're
Just like the show.
You don't even know my name.
Did you guys see Chris Hemsworth is in it?
Yes.
I want to take a poll at this table.
Yes.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you think there will be a shirtless Chris Hemsworth scene.
And you know what? I'm paying
2
extra.
versus 2.
For the extended cut.
Do you want him to shower is the question.
No.
Okay.
I don't
Well, they're
need
in the
to.
desert. I don't think
Hey,
they have water.
Musk.
Everyone knows if you don't have water, it's dystopia. Our next topic is college, which is funny because we're all in college. I'm a freshman. Garrett here is a year.
I'm a super senior.
Actually, you're in high school still.
Actually, we're in
He's
psychology
visiting.
together.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. I cheated off you.
No, you did not.
He's on a tour.
Professor, I am so sorry that he's saying that. It does not happen. I'm a sophomore.
Also,
Great.
ladies here. Yeah. But we don't go to Harvard. That's why we're here on this show. I don't think Harvard would have this show.
They couldn't handle this show.
They couldn't
We're
handle
too
it.
good
They
for
all
Harvard.
shower.
They would have 8 viewers per episode. We only have 7.
Listen, 7 is a good
I think
number.
the
It's a
last
lucky
count
number.
for one of the segments was 36. Just saying.
Whoa.
But they were
Okay.
from you because you missed the show last week and you had to catch up my
Just
watch.
Lainey watching it
Keep
36
bringing it
times.
up.
So Harvard recently announced that they will be reinstating the requirement for standardized testing in your application. Some people, of course, are upset about this. It says, Harvard College will require the submission of standardized test scores from applicants for admission as part of the comprehensive application process that takes a whole student approach.
Wow, someone wrote it down, which means it must be true on the internet.
Someone wrote it down. And I think what a lot of people is getting on their nerves is that they said that they wouldn't. And even though other Ivy League schools were reinstating this requirement, they said that they were in no rush. A direct quote from the dean, one of the deans of Harvard, saying that she did not know when they were going to do it again, and there was talk about maybe 2026 or later, and that was a month ago. And then recently, they decided, no, we're going to start doing that again. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think it's good or bad? How do you feel about the
Why don't we let the professor
Well,
say
I
first?
mean, what do you think about standardized tests? Do you even remember how you did
Oh,
it on
yeah.
SATs?
I did that
Absolutely.
last year.
Yeah, I do. I remember I did do PSATs, SATs. They took the entire
Yep.
day to do them because, that's what you have to do. And then I did it twice, and then just to get a better score. Which honestly, I think that standardized testing is horrible. It should be completely taken out of like anything like running for like colleges, because one of the days I was sick and I couldn't reschedule it, and I had to be there for school.
The other day you were at the Eclipse.
The other day I was at the Eclipse, and then for PSATs, like it just doesn't help you. So I think that bringing back the standardized testing is just trying to weave out as many people as they can, but then also so many people are still going through lots of whiplash from like the pandemic still. Like that's the reason why they took away from the standardized testing is because of the pandemic and mental health and all of those like under that umbrella. They're just kicking that under the floor. They're like, all right, we're back now. Like,
So you
no.
think that some of the people that really probably didn't get the education they needed to actually do well on
Yeah.
the SATs?
And we're going to see those reverberations for like a good 9-10 years, because especially in elementary school,
This isn't a ring, it's a cup.
they lost a lot of a lot of education with math and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like a ton of studies about that. And like when I worked in a school district, I would have to go to school board meetings, which was a ton of fun. But they would talk a lot about like how do we catch our kids back up in math because they're so behind. And I don't really think they ever found an answer other than summer school. But even that wasn't like 100% working. So with something like standardized testing, they're either going to have to lower the standard, which is not necessarily good, or find another way to figure out which people should go to Harvard or which people should go to what school, depending on what they want to do.
And do you think the SATs were, like, do you feel like that test was a good representation of you to show a college that you
Absolutely
had
not.
what it takes to be in college?
Hell no.
Because I don't remember the SATs because that was in 1836. But when I took the GREs to go to grad school,
1700s.
I was going to film school and I had to take like math, which I hadn't done
You poor thing.
in a really long time. I think I took a math class here, but yes.
Hi, sorry, I'm just getting a new camera.
You want to be in my shop?
Yeah.
I did so poorly on the SAT. Actually, that's not true. I did like
Do you remember what you
above,
got?
just above average. I don't remember. I blocked it out of my brain. I was lucky enough to not have to put it in my college application, especially because I go to URI. And
You didn't have to take the SATs.
No,
We didn't have to submit
you
our
had
score.
to, but you didn't have to submit them into your application.
Oh, so then why do you have to take them if they
because-
don't care? If they don't care how you did?
Well, they used it, so I used it because I was above average. I was able to put it into my application to get lots more scholarships.
Okay.
And so that
So
was
you
how
could
why
use
I
it if
used
it helps you,
Use
but if
to
it was
help-
going to hurt you, you
exactly.
could
So
leave it out.
you had
Yeah.
to take that. You had to take that risk.
And is that still how it is here? Do you
It
know?
was.
I think so.
here,
It
yeah.
still
But
is.
now the
Considering
odds-
Harvard,
yeah.
one of the most exclusive schools, is just now changing
Sure.
it.
I think
mean,
all of them have been in this. I think they're like the trendsetters.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, you can
Hopefully
buy
not.
your way in there too, right?
Oh yeah.
that's
Let's just
true,
do that.
But none of us have that kind
If
Oh,
you're on
babies.
Full House.
Or Fuller House, or it's all of
Speaking
that.
of actors, this is a touchy subject for a lot of people. O.J. Simpson, of course, died.
Yeah!
Hi,
Sorry.
guys. He died on Wednesday, April 10th. It kind of surprised everyone. I want to know, before I get into too much more details, how you felt when you found out about this information. I'll start with Lainey.
What the death?
Yeah.
Can I just? I'm gonna be so real. I really did not care a whole lot about it, just because I didn't really know a whole lot about the information. So therefore, I knew that there was like when he died, that there's a lot that just happened. What the hell is happening over there?
We turned into ghosts. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. So I heard about it. My parents had more of a say an opinion about it than me. I know Keith Brown has
'cause
a
we weren't even
lot of
alive.
opinions actually.
Yeah.
We were not alive.
We were.
However, he's been alive
For a long time.
He was actually a good
I
friend.
actually was born right here in the studio. Why does OJ
What?
keep flashing on the screen during this segment? I don't understand. Because
He's actually going to come through this wall behind us.
just like the
No, thank you. No, thank you.
that fruit
Table
punch guy.
is made out of Ouija boards.
the Kool-Aid man.
Kool-Aid man.
We're channeling him every time we touch the
What's
table.
happening? I don't understand. Well, so I mean, I think the thing is, One of the things that happened when this happened, and I was asking people on this segment that are no longer here, just none of you were
We
part
weren't
of this.
born.
You were all, no, you weren't even part of this segment until.
Wait, yeah,
that
I'm
you
the
were.
only
You're
one
the only
who.
one.
Wow.
Is there something that O.J. Simpson thing, like when he got in the car and he drove down the highway, like everybody was glued to the television, and that's one of those events that I can say, oh, I was here when this happened, or I was in the Memorial Union at URI when the verdict came across. But like, are there other events that have happened in your lives that you can remember? Where
OJ
you were
related
when
or-
no, that where you were?
Johnny
when-
Depp and Amber Heard.
Is that,
Johnny
is
Depp.
that,
that
that's
was a
true
huge
for all
one.
of you?
That was
I guess, yeah.
I don't remember
know
where
a
I
lot of
was
people
when the
were.
verdict was passed, but I remember like hearing about that and like
Every
we
time
talked
it
about it on the show.
TikTok, it was commercialized,
Yeah.
televised,
I think
all the whole
the biggest
thing.
one for people like our age is like every word Dr. Fauci said from the years 2020 to 2021.
That's
Who?
true.
Dr.
Dr. Fauci.
For like COVID and whatever.
Okay, never mind. Our age doesn't know who Dr. Fauci is.
Anyways, but getting back to OJ, that's me when I have breakfast. I think I want to ask a question to everyone, just a yes or no, or you can elaborate if you'd like, but obviously we don't want to be here all night. Lainey, did he do it?
Yeah.
Keith, sir, did he do it?
I think
You
so.
knew him personally,
I
right?
Oh my God.
He went to URI. He was one of your students.
No.
Oh, okay.
What is happening in the studio?
I swear, one of these times
Do
is
we
going to be a
know what is
picture of
happening
actual
in the
orange
studio?
juice.
Are they just
OJ
like
took
having
control.
fun with this? I mean, it's crazy because he literally murdered his wife and partially decapitated her,
Allegedly.
And her friend.
and then murdered the guy that came to sort of check in on them.
Yeah.
And then it became a circus. And
Peanuts.
now this is coming back again, like we were saying in the pre-show chat.
the
it's
big
like,
OJ comeback
this must be
after he
really
died.
hard for the family
family.
of Ron Goldman, who has been dealing with this crazy, like gruesome death for so long.
And this 30-year trial has been so prolonged.
Yeah,
to
and so
give
now
them
this just
money.
all comes back out again because the guy died. I mean, he had prostate cancer. It's probably something that could be prevented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just I thought. Do you remember when OJ, after he got out of prison, he created a social media account, and he was like, "Hey, I'm here on social media. I got some people I got to get even with," and I was. That's like when you say OJ, you remember the trial.
Yeah.
I remember that video.
Yeah.
But I'm like only 20, so that's
the
all I know
second
about
craziest
OJ.
thing he's ever published, besides "If I Did."
Yeah.
What do you? Wait, do you think
I
he did
did
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like,
obviously I
I'm
think
almost
he
certain.
did it. I mean,
Is there anybody
is there anyone
who?
that doesn't think he did? I
Is
mean,
there anybody who
definitely.
actively does not think like? And I
A
don't mean
panel
like.
of his peers definitely doesn't think so.
But like, I don't mean like, are you unsure? Is there anybody who, like, will die on
I
the
wonder
hill
about
if
the
he did
kids.
not
The
do
kids,
it?
So his kids, right? They're from the Nicole Brown Simpson, who was the woman that was murdered. It's like that must be
In fact,
very
there,
traumatic.
there is
too.
a theory that the kids know for a fact now, because I don't know. I mean, take this with a grain of salt, audience, because I did not check my sources, right? But there is a theory that, or sources, multiple sources that say that O.J. Simpson had everyone in his home sign an NDA right before his passing, up to
Oh,
up to
so
50.
he could have confessed to this and.
Oh,
said
is this the
that.
NDA thing
He
you were
could have
talking about
gotten it off
earlier?
his chest and it got accepted into heaven,
Is
and it
Is that how things work
An
now?
NDA,
For Catholics, I think,
really?
right?
Get Archangel Michael to
Actually,
sign
So
an
if he
NDA.
they did sign NDAs, so it could be that he told his children, "Yes, I killed your mother," and they cannot
Maybe he didn't
speak
die of
about it.
cancer.
At all,
openly.
even after the
Maybe,
he's
maybe
dead.
he did that and then they strangled him with a pillow, Joker style. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say he died of
If
cancer.
my dad was like, "Yeah, I killed your mom and I'm about to die," I'd be like, "Well, it's gonna happen sooner." You know? I mean, would you? Okay, let me ask you a question.
It's kind of gross, right? It's like
If your dad made
Dying?
you sign an NDA and then said, "I killed your mom," would you not try to find a legal loophole to like
100%.
share that with the world?
Yes.
Or would you keep it to yourself and just be like, "They're both dead at this point. What's the point in prolonging it any longer?" Because it does sort of make it's like negative publicity, and they don't want to deal with this anymore. I mean,
You know
their
what
mom
else
said
shouldn't
their
be
dad's
prolonged
dead.
any longer? This segment, because we're being told to wrap it up.
It's true. I just want to leave it off by saying something real quick. You could say whatever you want online, of course. Try to be respectful. Talk about how much of a villain and a scumbag he was, not the fact that he died of cancer, because that's not funny, and that can happen to anyone. And I know, wherever OJ is, he's resting easy knowing that his wife's killer has finally been brought to justice. This has been 20-somethings. Please watch next week. We love you so much, all 7 of you. Mwah.